What up, guys? Mad Scientist 7A90 here. Got an In the Lab video for you. 3 topics like normal. Now, before we get started here, I want to make sure you guys check out Wrestling in Session. You know, these guys have been out for a year. You know, they're getting back into the YWC game. Very entertaining guys here. Like I said, they're just starting out again. Help these guys get back to where, they used to be. Please watch their videos. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description. These guys are great. Just want to do that shout out there. So with my first topic here, I want to talk about is Cody Rhodes breaking out. I think over the evolution of Cody Rhodes in the WWE is interesting because, he went from being the kid who got into the business because of his dad. There's a lot of guys that are like that. He got that. Hey, I'm Cody Rhodes. I'm Dusty Rhodes' son. I'm not, Gold Dust. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a different, I'm an old school style type guy. I don't wear knee pads. You know what I mean? Like, I've been making fun of him for about that, for a while, and finally got his knee pads now. But the evolution of Cody Rhodes is interesting to me because went from that to teaming with Ted DiBiase in a really great tag team that I thought was gonna maybe re-spark the tag division, which didn't happen. Did that with Legacy. Joining Randy Orton, kind of having that little faction there that, I would probably say, I want to say failed. I don't think it really lived up to the hype of what people, expected. The glorious moment of, them teaming together facing Shawn Michaels and Triple H in Hell in a Cell, which was, I thought was great. Cody, leading up to finally them splitting up, everyone, liking Ted DiBiase and, saying, hey, Ted's better, Cody's, just kind of going to be his wingman. It wasn't like that, Cody. I think it's interesting because Cody jumped out at you. He kind of took the spotlight, from Ted. He, they came up with a good gimmick for him. They came up with, they started the Dashing Cody Rhodes, which was, a really interesting gimmick, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his little promos he did, setting up to the Cody Rhodes of him being, get hit in the face by Ray, and having to wear the mask and cutting the dark promos and doing that and being very entertaining and being an actual character in wrestling where you don't get that a lot anymore. I think that's something that I really enjoy. And then just amazing evolving from that finally into this Cody Rhodes character that he is now, kind of being that dark edgy character who has rugged good looks but wants to kind of revamp the Intercontinental title and making the old school white title and just looking great in the ring, just his characteristics, everything about Cody Rhodes right now is just screams superstar in pro wrestling. I think the thing that it's him and Ziggler, the two guys that are really fighting for that next jump to that main event level. I really feel, and it's interesting because I think Cody's just a step ahead with his promos and his character. I think Ziggler's on his coattails, but I think Cody Rhodes is on the verge of breaking out huge here, guys. Some of you guys, feel the same way. I think it's great to see what he's doing right here, right now, and and hopefully, there's a lot of talks of him maybe facing Goldust at WrestleMania. Intercontinental title versus Goldust's career. I think Goldust is a guy who is an underrated wrestler, but who he's a guy who really created himself as well, kind of just created this character, and as a lot of people say, arguably one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time as well. So I a lot of people are kind of down on that, but I would really actually like to see that match. I think that would be the next step into Cody's evolution of becoming that megastar. After, if they have this match and he goes on and he beats Goldust, at WrestleMania, if they actually do this. Could lead right into the main event, and that's what I think he should be doing, here very soon. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think about Cody Rhodes. One of the top guys right now, in my opinion, in WWE. Very entertaining, going to break out. I think 2012 is going to be his year. I think he, wins the title sometime in 2012 and has just a really awesome run. So, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. My next topic here is going to be coming up here real soon. Chikara is running their Joshimania 3-night show. I'm looking forward to this. I loved a lot of the Joshi stuff from, the late, early 90s, mid 90s and stuff they did, with a lot of people saying Dream Slam 1, is one of the greatest wrestling pay-per-views of all time. Japanese women, a lot of people wouldn't expect that, but it's a very, very good show. It's a top 5 show of all time, definitely. In a lot of people's opinions who've seen it, I know MVP Shear thinks that, still is the best show he's ever seen. So, it's a very good show. So, having these Japanese women's wrestlers over in Chikara and, having a 3-night show, headlined by 3 matches that it just could be, any of them, either 3 of these matches could be the women's match of the year, quite possibly. It's going to be, Del Rey versus Asia Kong, night 1. Then it's going to be Asia Kong versus Hamada, night 2. And then it's going to be Del Rey versus Hamada, night 3. So those are the main events. And the thing about this, which I like, is it's not just going to be all just women's wrestling. It's going to be Chikara's going to have different matches. They're going to have guys on the show, tag matches. Quackenbush is going to be on there doing some stuff. So they're going to have some different matches throughout these shows, and it's going to be very entertaining. And I wish I could go to these. I think these are going to be some great fun shows, and could be looking at one of the funnest 3-night, weekends since King of Trios, you know what I mean? Like, that's how exciting these shows are, and, to see these Japanese women wrestlers that you would never see unless you went to Japan, I think that's something that's really amazing, and props to Chikara for, getting them over here, and I'm really excited. A lot of people talk about, Mickie James and Gail Kim and Beth Phoenix, Natalya being, the best women's wrestlers in the world. Hands down, Sarah Del Rey is the best women's wrestler in the world, if not the world, at least all of America, because, she gets in there with guys and just sometimes just makes them look bad. She could probably just sign on with WWE right now and make probably 75% of their roster just look bad in the ring, because that's how good of a wrestler she is. Not even just talking about just being a women's wrestler, just being, just a wrestler in general. They talk about this when some of you know that I do hip-hop videos as well. I hate it when people consider, say this girl a female MC, a female rapper, she's good for a girl. You know what I mean? She's a good female rapper because she's she's good because she's a girl. I hate that, logic. Del Rey can get in there with guys and just whoop their ass. So I think that's a great quality. And like I said, with women rappers, I wouldn't be like, oh, she's good because she's a woman rapper. She's just a good rapper. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to get that out there. Joshimania, please. I definitely know I'm going to try to pick this up whenever it comes out. Chikara, I love the fact that Chikara gets their DVDs out quick as possible. High Noon is already out on Smart Mark. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. Great show. So my third topic here is, a lot of people are talking about it, and people are like, if you're bitching about it and complaining about it, just stop watching it altogether. And, I wanted to just do this, little thing here at the end about TNA. It really is the last chance for TNA, in my opinion. For their, I may watch Impact here and there, if I maybe read the spoilers and, find out there's something interesting, but I will not buy a TNA pay-per-view after Final Resolution. I'm going to see catch Final Resolution, and, if this doesn't somehow show up some way, shape, or form, in my opinion, at least just something, and there's just not a bunch of horrible booking, it may give me a chance to just continue watching and maybe getting their pay-per-views. But, on paper, I like the way it looks so far. So, some people, that's the thing that TNA does. Some people hate the fact that TNA, on paper, their shows, some of their shows look really good, and then when they happen, they're terrible. It's going to be AJ versus Rude in a 30-minute Iron Man match. That could be very good. Storm versus Angle could be good. Gail versus Mickie, could be a really good women's match there. There's talks of some other stuff that being thrown on here possibly. Aries might face Sorensen for the title, Jesse Sorensen for the title. That could be, pretty good. They may throw a tag team match on here with Crimson and Morgan versus, Mexican America again or something. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just hoping the show has good quality matches at least. And the booking, at least, if you can just give me 50% of the booking decisions that make sense and don't just insult me and just make me feel like, wow, this is just absolute garbage, I may continue to follow. I like some of the main event feuds that are going on right now with some of the guys that are getting their chances, but the quality, man, the booking and the storyline, it's just some of the shit on here is just bad. So I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm sorry, guys. I still stand by my word with Turning Point. I still feel like Turning Point was, the worst so far, the worst pay-per-view, worst wrestling show I've seen this year. Just it's bad. But see it for yourself if you haven't seen it. Check out the booking on that. That's just bad. So, like I said, I'm the Mad Scientist, guys. Leave some comments in the description. I'll put Wrestling in Session link down there. Please check these guys out. Give them a chance. Like I said, they've been gone for a year. Very entertaining guys. So, this is my end of the lab video. Thanks for watching, guys.